Okay, next up we want to look at which of the following will have the same value as cos of 30. We're going to just transform everything into radians. We know that 30 degrees is equal to 180 over 6. And so we know that 180 is equal to pi, so it's pi over 6. 60 degrees is 180 over 3, so this is pi over 3. 150 degrees is 180 over 1.2, so you can write it as pi over 1.2, and this can be rewritten as 5 pi over 6. Now, the first method that you can use to answer this question is to just be aware of your general negative cosine, negative sine identities. And so, namely, we know that cos of pi minus theta is equal to the negative cos theta, and sine of pi minus theta is equal to sine theta. And so if we have sine of negative pi over 6, this can be rewritten as sine of, additionally, we have that sine of negative theta is equal to the just one moment. Yeah, we're going to be using this rule. And so, just from looking at the answers, you can see that sine of pi over 3, this can be rewritten, so sine 60, as sine of pi minus pi over 6 is going to be the same thing as sine pi over 3. One second. Yeah. My apologies. Sine of pi over 6 can be rewritten as sine of pi minus pi over 3. And according to what we have here, this will be equal to sine pi over 3. And now, if we just look at our special triangles, we can find all of these values. Okay, and so just using SOHCAHTOA, you will have that sine pi over 3 is going to be opposite over hypotenuse, so root 3 over 2h over h, which is obviously root 3 over 2. Let's just find all of the angles. Sine pi over 6. This is supposed to be pi over 4. Pi over 4. Sine pi over 6 is going to be 1 over 2h over h, which is obviously 1 over 2. And sine pi over 4 is going to be k over root 2k. And this will give us root 2 over 2. Just one moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So let's continue. So we found that sine pi over 2 is equal to root 2 over 2. Let's do our cos angles. So cos pi over 3 adjacent over hypotenuse, and so 1 is equal to 1 over 2 h over h, so 1 over 2. Cos pi over 6 is going to be equal to root 3 over 2 h over h, which is obviously root 3 over 2. And lastly, cos pi over 4 is going to be, again, k over root 2k. And that's just going to be root 2 over 2. And so if we're looking for cos of, we found our angle to be pi over 6, it's going to be equal to root 3 over 2, which is equal to what we have up here, and that is sine pi over 3, which is equal to sine of 60 degrees. And so obviously our answer C is correct. Just to ensure that none of the others are correct, we're going to use the identities we wrote up above in order to find out what they actually are. So sine of negative pi over 6, we're going to look for a negative identity for the sine angles. And the identity just states that sine of a negative angle is equal to the negative sine of that same angle. And we found sine pi over 6 to be 1 over 2. So this is negative 1 over 2. Cos of negative pi over 3 is going to be equal to the, sorry, just one moment. Oh,